What's the answer for number 1?
B.
All right, Tashela
Me,
Sanola
sir.
says B. Stacy, you say B as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's 3.141 rather. Number 2, what percentage of 40 is 8? What's the answer there? Ariana says, oh, Jean says A. All right. Tashela, Alia, and Sanola says B. All right, the number that comes after the word is must be the numerator of the fraction that you're going to create. So it's 8 over 40 multiplies by 100, and that gives you 20%. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Number 3, using the distributive law, 49 times 17 plus 49 times 3 is equals to? When you're answering, if you write in the chat, when you're answering, put the number beside the answer. So what's the answer for number 3? A. Ariana says A. Tashela says A. Okay. 49 is common on both sides of the plus sign. So you write that 49 and you add the 17 and the 3 and you get 20. So A, 49 times 20. Number 4, the next term in the sequence, you have 1, 6, 13, 22, 33. So what will be the answer for number 4? So shall I see? Anybody else?
Sir, I was thinking along the line of 44, sir.
44. Look at it
Thinking
again.
along the... Okay.
The difference between 1 and 6 is 5. The difference between 6 and 13 is 7. The difference between 13 and 22 is 9. Difference between 22 and 33 is 11. So the difference between 33 and this number must be 13. So the answer is C. It's increasing by a prime number starting at 5. Okay. Next is number 5. 0.45 written as a common fraction in its lowest form. 0.45 written as a common fraction in its lowest form is?
A, sir, A.
9. There's number 5a. That's 45 over 100, and you break it down to its term, and you get 9 over 20. Let's see if I can put this here. So put this over here. Come up now to number 6. A certain amount of money is shared in the ratio 2 to 3 to 9. If the difference between the first and the second is 40, then the amount of money shared is, if the difference between part 1 and part 2 is 40, and the difference there is 1 part, so 1 part is equal to 40. What's the total amount that was shared? B, wait, no. Anybody else? Sanola, Jean, Stacy, Brenda. What you do, you add the 2, the 3, and the 9, and you get 14. Then you multiply the 14 by 40, and your answer should be D as in dog. So number 6 answer is D. Number 7.
Sir,
Which of the
repeat number
following
6.
sets is an equivalent set to ABCD? What's an equivalent set?
Everything in the sets are equal, sir.
Are equal.
Yeah.
So I see Tasha Lee says C and Sanola said C. C is correct. Number 8 refers to the Venn diagram, and what is the shaded part called? What's the shaded portion called? Ariana says A, Tasha Lee says, Tashela says A, Sanola says A. All right, A is correct. All right. Number 9, we're given a Venn diagram. H are for students who play hockey, V for students who play volleyball, and U for students who play games. And you're asked for the number of students in each set, the number of students who don't play volleyball. Ariana says D, which is 8. Sanola says D, which is 8. So you would have add up the figures that are outside of set V, and that's the 5 and the 3, and you get 8. Number 10. Oh, number 10? Yeah, number 10. If Q is ABC, how many subsets can be obtained from set Q? What's the formula for finding number of subsets? That's a formula for finding number of subsets.
Sir, is it 2 to the
Sheila says C.
is it 2 to the number of elements?
Anybody else?
Sir, is it 2 to the number of elements in the set?
It would have been the formula for finding number of subsets is 2 to the n, where n is the number of elements in the set. So number 10 is C. Number 11 refers to number 11 refers to SG intent. Number 11 refers to that set. Which of the following set is empty? I see Jean says the answer for number 11 is C. And then she said D. Tashela says A. And Ariana says D. Yes, the answer is D. There's no commonality between the set of odd numbers and the set of even numbers. So there's no intersection. So the intersection for Q and R is an empty set. Number 12. If set P and Q are two sets where N P union Q is 13 and N P intersect Q is equals to 6 and the number of elements in P is 9. How many members are there in set Q? Number 12. Number 12. Ariana says A.
Sir, A.
What's the answer for number 12?
A. 13.
Draw the set. Draw the set. Remember now, draw the Venn diagram. If you draw the Venn diagram, you see that the answer for 12 is 10. Okay, B for number 12. Any question? All right. When you draw, let me see if I can do an annotation. So I'm drawing my Venn diagram. This is my Venn diagram. Everybody seen it? So I have my circle, can't get it right. And like this, something like that. So I put P here and I put Q here. So let's say that is it. The question says that the intersection has in 6, but the total number in 9 in P is 9. So 6 from 9 gives you 3, right? So 9 plus 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9, but your total number here is 13. So 9 from 13 gives you 4. So what you do now is you add the 6 and the 4. You add this with this, and you get 10. So this is the correct answer. Everybody understands that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be running out of time, but I'm going to come back up. So if you get knocked out, just rejoin. All right. Next question now. A man's taxable income is 20,000. He pays tax at the rate of 28%. The amount of income tax he paid would be? How you work that one? How do you work that one? I see Alia said C, and I see Tashela said C. And C is the correct answer. You find 28% of 20,000, so it's 28 over 100 multiplies by 20,000. All right, and you get C as your answer. Okay. All right. So let's move on to number 13. Number 14. Let me go on so far. A man's basic wage for a 48 week is $160. He paid $5 per hour for overtime. If he works 6.5 hours overtime in a certain week, what is his wages for that week? So 6.5 times 5, that's 32.50. And then you add so you should take home 100. And that's 250. So D is the correct answer. Everybody understands that? Tashela says D. All right, so let's move to number 15. Number 15. If TT $6 is equivalent to $1, then 15 TT dollars in US is 15 TT dollar in US is, Brenda says B.
No, sir. I should have said C, 2.50.
Say that again.
I should have typed C,
Oh, so
2.50.
Brenda says C. Ariana said C. Yes, you divide the $15 by the 6 and you get $2.50. The annual interest rate on a 15-year mortgage of a house valued at 450,000 is 5 cents for every dollar. What is the interest paid on the mortgage for the first year? Is the interest paid on the mortgage for the first year? Number 16. What you do here is to find 5% of the 45,000. So it's 0.05 times 45, 450,000. And you get 22,500, which is B. Continuing, number 17. Mary invested $200 for 5 years at 5% per annum. John invested $500 at the same rate. If they both receive the same amount in simple interest, how many years did John invest his money? How many years? What you say is 2 times 5 times 3 over 100 is equals to 5 times x times 5 is equals to 5,000. So 200 times 5 times equals to 500 times x, which is time, x, which is time, multiplied by 5, right? Of course, you're going to divide both of them by 100, and you should get 2%. Okay, or 2 years rather, you should get. All right. Continuing with number 18. A salesman sells a car for 11,000. He's paid a commission of 4.5% for the first 10,000 and 7.5% on the remainder. Then the commission he received is